A 1 week and apart after, the reply is yet creature graded of. Yet, for person tax filers whose major resource of revenue is his salary, several prior estimates can be done. Hold in reason, lawmakers are work the 1 week to conciliate the shenade, and building past versions of the GOP tax major repair. So remain tuned for changes to key proposals. The calc will be enhanced while thereof. The results are bundled by demographics, not a reflect of any one tax back. The country's standard estimates are fair how estimates, relying on enumeration information. But which is show are the wide contours of a draft how creates precise winners and losers, particularly through the revenue range. Usually talk, the higher yours revenue the more than thou potential to gain. At the identical period, the draft is more than potential to bring the following tax revenue of filers at the reduce and top end points of the revenue range. The duplicating of the norm deduct will indicate far less filers at all revenue levels will enumerate his deductions. Else takeaway, such pretending a kid tax letter of credit for dependents are more than potential to be winners in the draft. Lot of the gain to medium revenue earners comes of the duplicating of the kid tax letter of credit and the norm deduct. The shenade draft, love the building draft, would as well do the kid tax letter of credit accessible to high earners. Such at the low end of the range, yet, are not potential to gain of the extension of the letter of credit since it would not be returned. Importance they win t get cash behind of the letter of credit extension if his Fed revenue tax draft is null following take some tax crushed. T in general, high earners travel expenses superior rather than reduce earners. But amongst high earners, how they travel expenses depends on if they are solitary or collaborative filers and if they include family. Due mostly to the losing of the season with SALT deduct for revenue taxes and the reality how the shenade draft can the amount, in lot state really top income solitary filers travel expenses worst by the draft following a few year. But the extensive most of filers manufacturing more than rather than $500,000 are collaborative filters, and they tend to do lot superior rather than reduce earners. The period while examining the draft's effect on your salary makes a big distinction in which you discover. Following 2025, while lot of the person tax intermittent in the shenade release are rolling behind, almost all fares lot worst. Same building release makes its person tax intermittent constant. The analyze comes in several big caveats. For superior or worst, we don't try to show the results of macro effects, real love if workers' salary will growth since enterprise taxes are cut, supporters of the draft pledge they will, or how enlarged by the government obligation will induce changes to concern rates. We fair show which will occur one day you go to folder yours taxes. Country by state differences in the calc over are explainable by few factors. Mainly, the draft conducted off the deduct for largest country and regional taxes, that differ much by country. State how include top country and regional revenue taxes, love New York or New Jersey, travel expenses worst in the draft rather than state love Montana or Florida, wherever they are lot reduce, or null. In our analyze, we include bundled state along if they include such tax characteristics. So results for state in such levels of country and regional revenue and turnover taxes are the identical. Engineering notes /M